Imagine waking up and discovering that your entire country has just been blacklisted by the United States. You can no longer apply for a tourist visa, a student visa, or even a work permit. Families are split. Students are stuck. Business plans are canceled overnight. That's not a scene from a movie. That's the reality unfolding right now in June 2025 under President Donald Trump's return to power and his latest immigration executive order. Executive Order 14,161. And in today's video, we're diving deep into this shocking new policy and the 10 Asian countries now banned or heavily restricted from entering the U.S. This is one of the most aggressive immigration moves we've seen in recent years, and the consequences are global. Executive Order 14,161, officially titled Protecting the United States from Foreign Terrorists and Other National Security and Public Safety Threats, was signed earlier this year as part of Trump's promise to restore what he calls border security and American sovereignty. The order introduces a strict color-coded tier system that categorizes countries based on their perceived risk to U.S. national security. The categories are red tier, orange tier, and yellow tier. Red tier means a full suspension of all visas, no entry allowed. Orange tier introduces severe restrictions, such as the suspension of certain visa types, enhanced screening, and limited access. Yellow tier is a warning level, giving countries 60 days to comply with U.S. security demands or risk being fully banned. Now, let's start with the red tier, the countries that are completely banned from entering the U.S. under any circumstances. The list includes 6 Asian countries: Afghanistan, Iran, North Korea, Syria, Yemen, and surprisingly, Bhutan. Citizens from these countries are no longer eligible for any type of U.S. visa: tourist, business, immigrant, or even student. Afghanistan remains on the list due to ongoing instability and security concerns following the Taliban's takeover. Iran is banned because of its long-standing designation as a state sponsor of terrorism. North Korea has been isolated for years, but Trump's order goes further by ending even rare diplomatic or humanitarian exceptions. Syria and Yemen are both included due to civil conflicts and the presence of extremist networks. And then there's Bhutan, a peaceful country with no history of terrorism, but it's being punished for what U.S. officials call poor document verification systems and weak identity controls. That inclusion shocked many immigration experts. For people in these countries, the message is clear. Do not apply for a U.S. visa. You won't get one. Even if you had a valid visa before the order, it may now be canceled or revoked. And if you're already in the U.S., immigration lawyers are urging extreme caution. Avoid international travel and consult an attorney immediately. Next comes the orange tier. This level includes countries that are not completely banned, but face heavy restrictions. Right now, 3 Asian countries fall into this category: Pakistan, Myanmar, and Laos. For Pakistan, the U.S. government is citing national security concerns, lack of cooperation on deportation cases, and inconsistent background checks. Only emergency visas are being granted, and even those are delayed. For Myanmar, the reasons include the military junta's human rights abuses and ongoing political instability. Tourist and work visas are suspended, while student visas are severely restricted. Laos is included due to failures in providing biometric data and verifying identities through international standards. People from these countries now face long visa processing times, high denial rates, and mandatory in-person interviews, even for the most basic travel. And now we come to the yellow tier, the countries on the watch list. These nations have been given a 60-day ultimatum. If they fail to meet U.S. requirements on deportation cooperation, data sharing, and identity documentation, they could be bumped up to the orange or even red tier. In this category, we again see Pakistan, along with Bhutan, Cambodia, and East Timor. That's right, Pakistan and Bhutan appear in two categories at once, signaling that their cases are especially urgent. Cambodia is being warned over issues like fraudulent passports and delays in accepting deported nationals. East Timor, a small Southeast Asian nation, is under review for gaps in document security and repatriation policy. So, what's behind this crackdown? According to the Trump administration, the goal is to protect national security by ensuring that all countries sending visitors or immigrants to the U.S. meet strict standards. These include using modern biometric systems, verifying identities, issuing secure passports, and cooperating fully with U.S. deportation efforts. However, critics say the policy is more about politics than protection. Many believe these bans are arbitrary, discriminatory, and targeted at Muslim-majority or low-income nations. Some of the countries being punished, like Bhutan, have never been involved in any security incidents or threats to the United States. Yet, they are lumped together with countries known for conflict, extremism, or state-sponsored terrorism. Civil rights groups have already filed lawsuits, calling the executive order unconstitutional and a revival of Trump's controversial Muslim ban from 2017. The impacts of this policy are already being felt. Students from Pakistan and Myanmar are losing their university admissions because they can't get visas. Families with relatives in banned countries are being separated indefinitely, and U.S. businesses that rely on foreign workers or international tourism are bracing for financial losses. Major universities are reporting a drop in applications from Asian countries. Travel agencies are canceling bookings, and consulates are overwhelmed with urgent questions about what happens next. If you're from one of these affected countries, or if you have family there, it's absolutely essential to stay informed. Policies are shifting fast. In some cases, countries may be able to negotiate their way off the list by meeting U.S. demands. But for now, the 60-day warning window is ticking. If those governments don't act fast, full bans could take effect as soon as August 2025. For those already in the U.S. on temporary visas, immigration lawyers are urging extreme caution. Do not leave the country. Even a short trip abroad could result in being blocked from re-entry. Some attorneys are advising clients to renew their visas as soon as possible, or even file for asylum if they fear being returned to unstable or hostile environments. In conclusion, the U.S. immigration landscape in 2025 is more uncertain than ever before. With Trump back in the White House and Executive Order 14,161 in full force, the message is loud and clear. America is closing its doors, to some at least. If you are affected by these changes, now is the time to act. Stay informed, get legal advice, protect your visa status, and speak out if you believe this policy is unfair or unjust.